Why we all speak the same language differently. Imagine this: two people meet for the first time. Both speak English, both understand the same words, but when they start talking, something feels different. One says water, the other says wah. Same word, same meaning, but completely different sound. So, the question is, if English is one language, why do we sound so different? Long ago, people didn't have phones, no internet, no fast travel. Communities lived far away from each other. Villages, towns, islands separated for years. Over time, something interesting happened. People started speaking the same language but in slightly different ways. A small change in pronunciation here, a different tone there, and slowly accents were born. Your accent is deeply connected to where you grow up. For example, in the UK, people say bottle like bowl. In the US, it sounds like bottle. In India, many say it clearly as bottle. Why? Because your brain learns sounds from people around you. Your parents, your friends, your teachers, your environment becomes your voice. When you are a child, your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs sounds without effort. You don't learn an accent, you copy it. That's why a child in India sounds Indian, a child in America sounds American, a child in Australia sounds Australian. Even if all of them speak English, accent is not taught, it is caught. Accents are like living history. Take British and American English. When people from Britain moved to America hundreds of years ago, they carried their accent with them. But over time, both sides changed in different ways. Interestingly, some experts say early Americans sounded closer to Old British accents than modern British people do today. Accents are history still alive in our voices. Your accent is not just sound, it's identity. It tells people where you are from, your culture, your background. Sometimes people even judge others based on accents. But here is the truth: no accent is wrong, no accent is low or high. Every accent is a story. Today, the world is connected: movies, YouTube, social media. Now, something new is happening. Accents are mixing. You might hear Indian English with an American tone, British words with local pronunciation, a completely neutral global accent. Especially among English learners, this is called a blended accent, and it's becoming more common every day. Many people worry, my accent is not good, I want a foreign accent. But here is a powerful truth: your goal should not be to sound like someone else, your goal should be to be clear and confident. Because communication matters more than imitation, confidence matters more than perfection. A clear Indian accent is better than a fake American one. Think about it: if everyone spoke exactly the same, the world would be boring. Accents bring diversity, culture, beauty. They remind us we are different but still connected. So, next time you hear someone speak differently, don't judge, listen, because in that voice there is history, there is culture, there is a story. And maybe your accent is not a weakness, it's your signature. the voice that tells where you belong. It was a quiet evening. A young boy sat in a crowded classroom, new school, new faces, new language. The teacher smiled and said, "Stand up and introduce yourself." His heart started racing. He stood up slowly, looked around. Everyone was watching him. He spoke, "Hello, my name is Arjun." But before he could finish, a few students laughed, not because of what he said, but because of how he said it, his accent. That day, Arjun went home in silence. He stood in front of the mirror and repeated the same sentence again and again. "Hello, my name is Arjun." He tried to change his voice. He tried to sound like the people around him, but something felt strange. He didn't feel like him. Days passed, Arjun started speaking less, not because he didn't know English, but because he was afraid of being judged, afraid that his voice was wrong. One day, something unexpected happened. A new teacher entered the class. He had a different accent too, different from everyone. Yet, he spoke with confidence. No hesitation, no fear. Every word was clear. Every sentence had power. The class listened silently. No one laughed. After class, Arjun gathered courage and asked, "Sir, your accent is different. Why don't people laugh at you?" The teacher smiled, a calm, understanding smile, and he said, "Because I am not ashamed of it." Arjun was confused. The teacher continued, "An accent is not a mistake, it is a memory. It carries your home, your people, your journey. You didn't learn it from a book, you learnt it from life." That night, Arjun stood in front of the mirror again. But this time, he didn't try to change his voice. He spoke slowly, clearly, confidently. "Hello, my name is Arjun." And for the first time, he didn't feel weak. He felt real. Weeks later, the same classroom, the same students, the same boy. But something had changed. Arjun raised his hand, stood up, and spoke again. This time, no one laughed because confidence had replaced fear. Clarity had replaced doubt. Years passed. Arjun grew up, met people from different countries, different accents, different voices, and he realized something powerful. No two voices are the same. At every voice tells a story. Some voices carry the rhythm of villages, some carry the speed of cities, some sound soft, some sound strong. But none of them are wrong because an accent is not just about pronunciation, it is about identity. It is about where you come from and everything you have experienced. So, if you ever feel my accent is not good, remember Arjun. Remember this truth. You don't need a perfect accent to be powerful. You need a confident voice to be heard. Because in the end, people don't remember how you perfectly spoke. They remember how strongly you expressed. Your voice may sound different, but maybe that difference is your greatest strength. Learn it, but don't lose yourself. It started with a small desire, a boy scrolling through videos late at night. He watched people speaking fluent English, smooth, stylish, confident. Different accents, American, British. But he thought to himself, "I want to sound like that." The next day, he stood in front of the mirror. He changed the way he spoke. twisted his tongue, copied the tone, forced the rhythm. Water instead of water. Bah instead of better. At first, it felt exciting, like he was becoming someone new. But slowly, something changed. His sentences became slower. His confidence became weaker. He wasn't focusing on what to say, he was stuck on how to sound. In conversations, he started overthinking every word. Am I sounding right? Is this accent correct? Will they be impressed? And just like that, the joy of speaking turned into pressure. One day, his friend stopped him and said, "Why are you trying so hard to sound like someone else?" He replied softly, "I just want people to think I am good at English." The friend smiled and said, "Good English is not about accent, it's about clarity." That sentence hit him hard. That night, he thought deeply, why did I start learning this? Was it for growth or for approval? The next day, he stood in front of the mirror again. But this time, no forcing, no pressure. He spoke naturally, clear, simple, confident. And then he added a little style, not to impress others, but because he enjoyed it. That's when he understood something powerful. Learning an accent is beautiful, but forcing it is painful. If you love a certain accent, go ahead. Learn it, practice it, enjoy it, but don't lose yourself in the process. Because the moment you start thinking, I must sound like them to be accepted, you stop being confident. Remember this, you don't need an accent to prove your intelligence. You don't need to impress anyone to be respected. You don't need to change your voice to have value. Speak clearly, speak confidently, speak as yourself. And if you add an accent, let it be your choice, not your pressure. In the end, people won't remember your accent, they will remember your confidence. So remember, learn any accent you love, explore it, enjoy it, improve it, but never force yourself just to impress someone else because your real power comes from confidence, not imitation. If this message changed your thinking even a little, make sure you subscribe to the channel because here we don't just learn English, we build confidence, we build mindset, we build a better version of ourselves. And don't forget to like and share with someone who is struggling with confidence in speaking.